Roar!
Ew. Some Things Need to Be Forced by Alpha Ridley. You're an Omega? Oh fuck. How in Tartarus did Celestia figure it out? Oh no. Had she forgotten the medicine she was supposed to take to prevent this? Well then, time for plan deny, deny, deny.
No, what could possibly make you think that? Are you going senile in your old age?
Please, 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 please believe the confidence she was showing but absolutely not feeling. Chrysalis's knees almost buckled as a smirk graced Celestia's face.
Faust, damn it, instincts, not now!
I can smell your scent. There's no use putting on that act anymore. And considering you're older than I am...
Oh, fine, so what if I am?
Chrysalis snappily admitted.
I highly doubt that someone who believes in honor as much as you do is going to abuse that fact in battle.
Celestia flared her pheromones in response, putting the swiftest of ends to that doubt. Do you have any idea how long I've been waiting for an immortal Omega to show themselves before me? Celestia's voice had taken on an undertone that Chrysalis was sure she wanted nothing to do with.
Nope, and I don't care either.
Chrysalis snarked back. I've been wanting to start a family for so long, but I wasn't about to pick a mate who would die on me. Celestia continued as if she hadn't heard Chrysalis. Now I can make that dream a reality thanks to you. Chrysalis laughed, but it sounded hollow even to her own ears.
You're going to try and claim me? Have you forgotten that I'm stronger than you?
I haven't forgotten, actually. Have you forgotten that I'm an alpha? I don't know how you managed to suppress your scent and your instincts since you've never acted to my pheromones before. But without whatever it is, you are entirely at my mercy. Celestia's confidence was doing things to Chrysalis, and she was struggling to restrain it from showing on her face. Celestia's sudden rush at Chrysalis was only slightly unexpected, and she managed to put up a shield before the princess could reach her. That didn't save her, however, from the onslaught that assaulted her nose. She crashed to the ground, and without her focus on keeping it up, her shield fell. Celestia was on top of her not a second later. To Chrysalis's surprise, Celestia was careful to not put any pressure on her wings. That didn't make the metal shoes digging into her sides feel any better, however. Her chitin protected her from a lot, but metal still hurt. The princess's breath was hot on her neck, and she was unable to repress a shiver this time. Oh, how her instincts screamed at her to give in and embrace this. And it'd been so long since she'd felt them so strongly on account of her medicine that it was getting harder and harder to resist. Just think about it. Celestia's every word was sweet, sweet love to her ears. I could give you everything you've ever dreamed of. Anything at all. You'd never have to fight for anything ever again. Doesn't that sound nice? Never have to fight again? That's so wrong. Magic exploded out of Chrysalis's horn and Celestia was sent flying.
I want to fight!
The magic had swirled around her like a vortex, leaving concentric circles in the dirt below. Celestia slowly got to her feet, her eyes and forehead scrunched up in frustration. Then I guess I'll just have to change that, won't I? Another few short exchanges and Chrysalis was once again on her stomach with Celestia on top of her. The princess wasn't playing games anymore and was blasting her pheromones as strong as she could. There just wasn't much Chrysalis could do in the face of that. Oh, she'd tried to cast a spell to block her olfactory receptors, but Celestia hadn't given her the chance. Stronger than Celestia she might have been, but she wasn't significantly faster than the princess. I'll ask you one more time. Doesn't that sound nice? Celestia's mouth was positioned right above Chrysalis's mating point. Just one bite and she'd be claimed for the rest of her life.
No!
Chrysalis desperately attempted to break free, but a swift kick to the base of her wing set her seizing up, and the princess wasn't about to let Chrysalis escape from her twice. A shame then. Oh well, I'm not above using force to get what I want. Celestia bit down, and Chrysalis's vision turned white as waves of pleasure cascaded throughout her body. Chrysalis tried to speak once she stopped convulsing, but a sob broke out, interrupting what she was trying to say. Shh. Celestia, no, her mate now, whispered reassuringly. There's no need for any of that. I'm here to make everything better. I promise, and I've never made a promise I'm not intending on keeping. Her words had the opposite effect of what she wanted, though, only making Chrysalis cry harder.
What could you possibly do to make up for what you just did?
Well, I do have the rest of eternity to make it up to you. But how's this for a good start? A warm and wet sensation where Celestia had kicked her earlier had Chrysalis twisting her neck to see what her new mate was doing.
You...
Celestia was licking the spot she'd kicked her earlier.
That doesn't even hurt anymore.
It got you to stop crying though, didn't it? Being good at distracting your mate is an important skill for any alpha worth their salt. And I plan to be the very best. So, no more crying, okay? Before Chrysalis could respond, Celestia slunk forward and was nibbling on her neck.
Stop that!
Chrysalis put up a half-hearted front that she wasn't enjoying what Celestia was doing, but if asked directly, she would not have been able to deny how good it felt. I would if I believed you truly meant that. But that bright green blush says a different story. Chrysalis was left staring at Celestia in shock as the princess abruptly got up off her back. Now then, I think it's about time I head back to Canterlot. And naturally, you're coming with me.
Hey, put me down!
A cry of protest left Chrysalis's mouth as she was hefted onto Celestia's back. Nope.
Alright everyone, this is once again Comment Time with Visual Pony, and once more I will remind you that you can support Pony&Wolf Productions through the Patreon link down in the description below. There is also a one-time donation link for PayPal. We also have a Teespring store where you can get awesome merchandise with pictures designed by us. Now, let's begin with the breakdown of this story in my personal opinion. Now, let me just say in my defense here that I had this story sitting in my read later list for quite a long time. And since I saw that there's, well, the pre-made thingies are basically running out and I have a little bit of time right now, I was like, okay, let's do this. And I have never read the story before. What you have in here is my first time reading the story. All I had was basically the short description that you get in the listings of film fiction. And that was, Chrysalis forgets to take the medicine that suppresses her scent and her omega instincts. She has yet to decide if the result is the best or worst day of her life. The alpha/omega dynamics. I had no idea that meant basically master and slave. So, now that I look at the tags, I did not know what the non-con tag stood for, just so you guys know. Now I know it stands for non-consensual. Okay. I did not know that. Okay. All in all, this story is, how to put this? Interesting. Let's just leave it at that. Go ahead, leave a like on this video and of course on the story itself. Give the author some love. And yeah. Just please consider supporting Pony and Wolf Productions.